Hi, everyone. Nope, that's as short as it goes. Because I'm not short. Okay, we're good. Okay. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Just to give you all a little bit of a context of who I was back in that day. I'm actually Cynthia now, but back in the day, I was Cindy from San Diego. A little more context. I was 17 years old, attending a private Episcopalian school, and just a hot mess of hormones. And I hadn't even kissed anyone yet. So, there's a will, there's just not a way. And to make matters more interesting, my mom is that crazy Spanish teacher at my school. You all laugh because you know her. Because you all know that crazy Spanish teacher or you've heard of her. Senora Rojas. The one who would pretend to faint if you used the subjunctive incorrectly. You had her. The one who broke her pointer stick over a kid's desk for falling asleep in her class. What? Yes, that one. So nobody's touching me with a 10-foot pole. So what's a horny girl to do? Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I did. I snuck off campus and went all the way across the street to the public library. And then I holed up in one of those private study cubicles with a stack of trashy romance novels. And then I scanned them each for the sex scenes. Like you do, am I right, ladies? But nonetheless, these stories aren't quite doing it for me. I mean, I don't have a gardener named Jose. Yet. Okay? And I'm not really into dudes with pirate shirts. That doesn't do it for me. I know. I'm sorry, ladies. Sorry to disappoint, but it just doesn't do it for me. So what's a girl to do when these stories aren't quite doing it for her? Well, I decided to write my own. And you know what they say, write what you know. So I wrote about Taylor Vanderfield III from the water polo team. And you're about to hear that story. Okay, I can't deal. I don't know what's happening here. All right.
We're going to do this, and we're going to do this. That. I didn't do anything.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Again, just to recap, really horny, haven't even touched a person. Everything that you're about to hear is strictly from my imagination and or literary influences. And I apologize in advance for the graphic nature of what you're about to hear. Tyler and I had been flirting all night long, and finally, we were alone in the hotel room. I shut the door behind him as he walks in with a six-pack of Red Wolf. For those of you not local to the area, you may not know Red Wolf is a microbrew. So clearly I treat myself in my fantasies. I stand by the bed while he opens a beer for me. He comes over and sits on the bed in front of me so that I'm standing between his legs. He runs his hands all the way up my legs to where my boxers start. and looks at me. Fresh shave, he asks. I nod as he goes further up my boxers till his hands reach my butt, and he pulls me into him and embraces my body. His chin is resting on my body while his hands are still massaging my butt. He begins kissing my belly while his hands move to slide my boxers down. Yeah. I take off my shirt and his hands move up to my yearning breasts, where they massage lightly, getting more and more desperate. I straddle him and sit on his lap, and we begin kissing like crazy while I unbutton his shirt and finally rip it off. Now my pelvis starts to move more rhythmical. Ain't no grammar check in a journal, okay? And I can feel the mound of his erection under his cotton shorts. While we are kissing passionately, he keeps groping at me, and I undo his shorts and he slides them off, and then he grabs me by the butt and stands up, pushing our pelvises together even more. I groan as he brings me over to the bed and pushes his body against mine, pushing his mound in even more once again. The rhythm begins. And he takes my bra off and begins licking and sucking my yearning breasts. We don't have a thesaurus either. We move faster and faster, deeper and deeper, till finally I say, "Fuck me now." Oh, and cross out fuck. "Make love to me now." At that, he rips off my underwear and I take off his boxers. He spreads my legs with his head, licking his way up till he meets my wet, excited mound. So if you're paying attention, class, and I think you are, we both have mounds now. Till his head meets my wet, excited mound, which he licks and toys with as his tongue gets more and more rhythmical, while his hands are on my yearning breasts. You can join along. He moves up, kissing my yearning breasts, there it is, and takes me by the hips and surges inside me. Yeah. He starts off slow, going slowly but deeply. Then he does fast, shallow dives. We're snorkeling now. Then we start going faster and deeper. Dot, 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 double squiggly line, exclamation point. So this is the original journal. You see the squiggly line. So I'm not sure why that happened. I'm thinking either I didn't know how to finish it, you know, or probably more likely I already had finished. Okay. So thank you. The good news is I did finally find somebody to take all of my hormones out on, and I actually met him at Mortified about 10 years ago. That was our first date, and he can't be here tonight because he's taking care of our 2 mortified babies.
brought red wolf. It's so exciting when we're both in our boxers. I can't wait for you to touch my body. Let the rhythm begin.
Yes, I went to the library. I'll teach you everything I know. Even in my fantasy, it's true. I will bring the finest microbrew. We'll go to the hotel, and I'll stand between your legs. Somehow you will touch my butt, and it will be unveiled that I am also wearing boxers, and you are also wearing boxers. Together we are both wearing boxers. Together we are both wearing boxers.
Let the rhythm begin. Let it pulse through our mouths.
Let it surge.
If you're paying attention, yes, we both have mouths. I'm feeling so excited. I want you to take me with short, shallow dives. Oh, yes, now we're snorkeling.
I'll teach you everything I know. I learned it at the library 1 week ago. I don't know if you can reach her. Do you know my mom? She's a crazy Spanish teacher. In school we do so much learning, and my breasts do so much yearning. Ooh. Boxers, boxers, bound, bound, boxers. We are both wearing boxers. 90s, it's both wearing boxers.
Both wearing boxers. Let the rhythm begin.